Every change has a reason. Baby, let it come to you. Every soul, every season.
Hello, Mighty Mamas, and welcome back to Cleaning Your House While Living with Anxiety and Depression. I hope that you have all been able to accomplish many tasks in your home and clean lots of those messes up. I hope that you guys are staying on track every day, at least doing something small every day, because like I said, momentum is key. So doing it in baby steps, it'll help your momentum stay intact. And, before you know it, you look back at the end of the week, you have cleaned up a huge mess by that point. And that's what I've been doing. So like behind the scenes, I have been tackling small little things each and every day. I actually am going to be sharing that stuff with you guys over on Instagram. So make sure you follow me over at mighty.mama. In my stories, I will just share like any little small task I'm doing throughout the week that I'm not filming here on YouTube for you. But yeah, this house is a complete disaster and we are taking care of it today. So if you're ready, grab your coffee and join me on this journey of taking back control of the mess in your home, and let's clean up our messes one at a time. So right here, I am actually tackling all of my Christmas decor. I'm taking everything down, finally getting rid of 2020 once and for all. Like I said, I filmed this back in January, so that's why you guys are seeing me taking my Christmas decor down. I know it's kind of late in the season to be seeing that, but because of when I started to film, this is what I have for you guys. But I promise you, we're going to get into some good spring cleaning after we get through these videos. I just needed to show, the ugly truth of living with anxiety and depression and share the real and raw mess with you guys. So that's why I'm, starting from here. I'm starting from this point on to show what I actually had to clean my way out of when it comes to the anxiety and depression. Because, this is what happened. And let's talk about that. Let's talk about why my house is such a complete disaster. Well, back in December, I realized that I just was not feeling myself. I think honestly, in December, the whole entire year just caught up to me. I am a very strong individual and I was really trying to stay afloat throughout the whole year. So anything that was thrown on me, I would try to just handle it and be like, okay, I got this, I could do this, right? And I just think that by the end of the year, after all the hours of e-learning, it's not just, homework at the end of the day. Now it's like making sure your kids are staying on task with school, keeping them on their lives on time. And if they don't know how to do problems, you have to be there to help them figure out the problems. And then you also get children that refuse to do schoolwork because it's just hard for them to wrap their brain around this is home and we're also in school. So that was a battle all within itself. And then, not to mention, I had Jack, who I was potty training, and he just, had to go frequently throughout the day, or we'd have accidents throughout the day that I had to clean up. And then everybody's hungry. Kids are just hungry all day long. It's like snacks on snacks on snacks. And then trying to keep up with keeping all of that stocked in your home. So I just feel like the grocery trips have been so much more frequent than normal. So just everything. I mean, that is what we're dealing with, mamas, right? That is what we all dealt with over the past year. And so when December rolled around, naturally, I shared with you guys here my Christmas vlogs and just how to be stress-free during Christmas, because I was, aiming for that myself and I wanted to share that with you guys. And I did end up, getting everything together. It was very last minute. I didn't start decorating till December, but we got it done. I got it done for the kids. And, all that mattered was we had a very nice Christmas. Everything turned out really good. And the kids were happy. They loved all their gifts. And it just was very good family time. It was actually one of the best Christmases I ever had. I think just because there was no running to family members' houses, rushing, worrying about that, packing bags, worrying about gifts for other family members, because we didn't do that. We just kept it totally just between us, kept it simple. And it just was so refreshing, actually. It was very nice. But there's something in December that always creeps upon me, and it causes me to feel just, not myself and down and depressed. And that is my mother's death. Now, she passed away when I was 8 years old, and now I'm 42. And so it's just, she died on December 16th. So I think it was the 16th or the 15th. But either way, nevertheless, it always surfaces for me. It's like this, I don't know, this anxiety that comes over me. And the anxiety is so high. As I've gotten older, I've realized that there is a connection between the time of my mother's death and me feeling depressed. Because I could feel really good most of the whole year, besides my anxiety that's always there. Like, I just always have anxiety. I was diagnosed with generalized anxiety disorder, and it just haunts me every day. So it's a constant battle to just push that anxiety down, learn how to work with it, learn how to live with it, so that it doesn't spiral into a panic attack. And I've come a long way, which I'm going to share those tips and tricks with you of what I've learned to help keep my anxiety at bay. And I don't take medication. I've tried it in the past, it just didn't work for me. So I'm just not one that can handle those meds. I just think they're really strong for me. And they actually, I had adverse effects. Like, it did the opposite for me. But so going back to December, like every December around the time of my mother's death, I just feel this heaviness on me, and I just feel constant anxiety like all through the day. And I get a sadness over me. And it really pulls me down into a depression. So my point is, I highly believe that our anxieties are connected to our past traumas. And the only way to start healing yourself from those anxieties is you have to go back into those past traumas. You have to dive into them, and you have to just process what happened. Because I know for me, I was a kid at the time, and the way things were handled were not done properly. Like, it wasn't done the right way with my family. Like, they all did the best they could, but they decided that like not bringing up my mom and not talking to us about it would be best. And that actually was really detrimental to me. I can at least speak for myself. And I don't know like how it's affected my brothers and sisters. I know I've talked to my sister before, and she said that, she wishes we talked about it more as kids too. But I know for myself, I wish like we would have gotten more therapy behind it. I wish that they talked to us more about our mom, because it was like she just was here today, gone tomorrow. Like, literally, like one day just gone and never spoken of, nothing. And I know that the adults thought they were doing a good thing, because I think they thought like, well, maybe we forgot and didn't want to talk about it, so they figured let's not bring it up. But that was just so wrong. We were just kids. I know I was scared to ever bring up my mom. It made me feel like I'd get in trouble. And so I suppressed so many feelings about it, about her death, about my feelings, about missing her, everything. And it later came out. It came out to haunt me later on in life when I had my first child. And it presented itself with anxiety and major panic attacks, like to the point where like I just started, I felt like I just really thought I was losing my mind. But because that was like the first time I experienced a panic attack, like as an adult, and I didn't know what it was. And so it was super scary. So I just thought I was dying, because, you get all the physical symptoms. Your heart races out of your chest. You sweat. You get dizzy, nauseous. I get all those things with my panic attacks. And plus, I was a first-time mom. I was nursing around the clock. And I didn't have my mom, like how a lot of women have their mom to help them through that stage of life. So it was hard altogether. And I did suffer postpartum depression. And so after like many different crying spells and just feeling nervous all the time, I remember I always felt nervous. I always had like butterflies in my stomach. I couldn't eat. I wasn't eating right. I lost a ton of weight. Plus, when the baby's nursing on you, like that helps. If you didn't know this, when you breastfeed, the baby sucks that baby fat from you. You lose your weight much quicker than you would if you bought like formula fed. And I didn't know that. Like I said, I was a first time mom, but I found that out. But then on top of that, I wasn't eating properly for myself because I was always anxious. And just there was like a lot of other physical symptoms that came in the mix. So I did see a doctor. And I will tell you though, I got a vitamin B shot. I remember when my firstborn seen a doctor because I broke out in hives and we didn't know what was going on with me. But all of it was stress related. And, of course, being a first time mom, and I wanted to be the best mom ever. Yes, I was one of those moms, and I wanted to do it perfectly, and so I just barely slept. I wasn't taking care of myself, and that's wrong. Like, in order for us to be good moms, we have to take care of ourselves first, and that's something I had to learn later on. You live and you learn. But I remember I got a vitamin B shot. It was like a straight up shot in my arm. I felt so good. I did not feel any anxiety. I didn't feel any of those symptoms. My hives went away. So I know there are clinics that you can get the vitamin B shots. So check into that, like into your local clinics about that, because that's one of my treatments for anxiety is you can go get the vitamin B shot, which is so much more effective. I think they're like $45 a shot. I've only gotten a couple more after that. What I do take though on the daily at home is a sublingual drop. It's a dropper, a liquid vitamin B, and it's by Nature's Made. This stuff works so good. It helps just keep your nervous system in check because when we're having anxiety all the time, our nervous system is being worn down and that's not good. And so we have to protect our body with vitamins, and vitamins is like one of my go-tos when it comes to how I treat my anxiety. So let's just talk about some treatments, what I take. I do the vitamin B drops, the sublingual drops. And like I said, if I'm feeling really, really depleted and low and I have the extra cash, I'll go to the clinic near my home and I'll get a vitamin B shot. My husband gets it too. And it just makes you feel great. You just feel like you have all this energy and it's healthy for you. Okay, so I'm not going to get all into it, but let's just say this. I am obsessed with Andrew Lessman vitamins. That is the brand that I take. And I'm just putting that out there from the start. I don't want to get all into it because I could talk for a very long time about his vitamins. The fact that they are pure, clean, they don't have all that gunky stuff. The way they are processed and baked, all the good stuff remains in there for you. I love it. It's quick absorbency, all that. I'm actually going to put a highlight over on my Instagram. I'll have it up for you guys for next week if you guys are interested in seeing a picture and exactly what I take in my vitamin regimen. But just to quickly give it to you here, I take a prenatal vitamin because I'm still nursing. He has a great multivitamin. He has multivitamins for women, multivitamins for men. So it's geared towards whatever you want, or he just has the general multivitamin, which is great too within itself. I also take an Iron Plus pill. I take one a day because I was anemic with Jack. I've been anemic my whole life. And mamas, if you guys are tired, definitely get your iron levels checked. But there's actually a second test that you're supposed to take because sometimes our iron levels will come up normal, but it's the storage, the iron storage that is low. So look into that, Google that. I seen a Dr. Oz show where he talked about that, and it's called something. I'll check into that. I'll also leave that in the highlight where I show my vitamins and stuff over on Instagram. I also take an omega, I think it's the omega-6 with the DHA. So it's a fish oil that is very good for preventing your depression. And I will admit that a lot of times I don't take it because full transparency here, I just get very nervous with swallowing pills. So swallowing big pills is it freaks me out. And these fish oil capsules, although they are so good for you and so effective, they're huge. And it's double the size of a capsule. And I have this fear that I'm going to choke on the pill. It's so ridiculous. I know, but this is just me, guys. This is me. So that I take. I also take his ginger and turmeric. I love ginger, swear by it. I should do a whole highlight on ginger because ginger is God's cure. I swear I take the ginger tea from traditional medicinals. I have a cup every night, maybe more throughout the day. If I'm feeling a headache, nausea, inflammation, just achy, sore, I have not taken a painkiller, you guys, in probably 7 years. Like no Tylenol, no Motrin for me. Ginger is my go-to, and I love having a ginger root in the house because if I'm having like a real true migraine headache, I just chew a piece of that and it instantly helps me. I swear by it. You guys try it. Get some ginger root in your house and you can make tea, you can boil it, everything. So I do a lot of ginger, and I take his capsules, the ginger plus turmeric, on the daily. What else? Oh, I also buy like these. He has a whole line of vitamins. I take this. It's a green. It's like this green capsule, and what it is a bunch of green vegetables blended in at high purity to give you the vegetable servings that you miss throughout the day, because sometimes I'm not good about eating vegetables throughout my day. So I take that. I also take one for skin, hair, and nails. He has so much. But I'm going to leave a highlight for you. But basically, for when it comes to depression, the fish oil is a must. The multivitamin is a must. And the iron is a must because that helps keep my energy up and my fatigue low. And then the ginger is a must because if I get like upset stomach from anxiety, that helps my stomach issues where it doesn't increase my anxiety. Because I don't know about you, but when I feel any type of physical symptoms, that just spikes my anxiety through the roof. And that's where I have to, talk myself down and tell myself, you're okay, you're not going to die. And now again, this goes back to the connection of losing my mom at a young age. And like I said, I feel there is a correlation between our present anxieties and our past traumas. And definitely my mother's death is why I have so much anxiety. I know that is why. I know that is the root cause. And so with that being said, I've continued back on my self-love journey. And by doing that, I have to heal from the inside out. So I've been diving into just putting myself back into that place of that past trauma, revisiting those feelings, journaling about them. And if there's bad, negative things, journaling and ripping that up. I've talked about this over on Instagram. And this takes work, you guys. It takes work to heal from the inside out. It takes work to get ahead of your anxiety and depression. It's not easy. It's an ongoing battle. I've had moments this week where I was like, oh, I don't want to get up. I don't want to do this, but you got to push through. And I'm going to talk more about that stuff too. But today, basically the vitamin regimen I thought I would offer you guys. So take vitamins. We need vitamins. We don't get enough nutrients in our food, especially the soil nowadays. It's lost all the good nutrients from back in the day. A lot of it is just clay and, man-made properties. It's not true earth soil. So definitely feed yourself the vitamins. I also have some other homeopathic things that I do, but I'm not going to get all into that here in today's video. So I hope that this information is helping you, at least one of you out there, with your struggle of living with anxiety and depression. Believe me, the struggle is real. I know it. And I am living proof. And if I can do this, you can do this. Please remember that in the back of your head. You are not alone. I know that we feel alone and we feel like we have the whole weight of the world against us, but that's just not the case. There are so many of us out there who share the same struggle. And I hope that my series is helping you to get through tackling the mess in your home and getting order back in your home, because that is the end goal here, mamas. We want to take back control of the mess so that we can develop those healthy habits where we actually have a cleaning regimen on the daily and our house always looks clean. Of course, it's never going to be perfect, but we don't have to worry about somebody coming over by surprise. We don't have to have that anxiety. And also, we can actually go to bed every night with a clean kitchen, like my bestie Ellie says. She swears by it. She says, go to sleep with a clean kitchen so that when you wake up, because that is the first place that you go to get your coffee, and it will set the mood for your entire day. And she is so right. And I am working towards that goal. So we need to tackle this huge, complete disaster in your home and in my home together so that we can get back on track and just do the daily cleaning together. And I also want to dive into the spring cleaning, get into that deep cleaning, which is coming next. So make sure you are subscribed, click the notifications bell, and we're going to get through all this together. 2021 is our year. We're taking back control of the mess in our home. We are taking back control of our lives. So I am done chatting. I think I've done it long enough. And I hope that, like I said, I've helped you so far. Keep doing it. Keep moving. Don't get stagnant. Make sure you get up, do it. So if you've been cleaning with me the whole time here while I was chatting, then give yourself a huge pat on the back because you are making progress, mama, and that is key. We are doing this. We are cleaning up the mess in our homes together, and it's just going to be nothing but good things from here on. So go ahead, crank my music or crank your own, and let's keep on cleaning our house together. Let's tackle this complete disaster together right now.
Trying to get away from this life I'm living. Same old things every day. Wanna change this feeling. Wasting no more time. Don't care about what you're saying. Try to keep me down. No time for all your playing. Yeah, even if you doubt me now, you should know I don't care about the things you say. Yeah, I don't even know what I want no more. Figure out what to do with all my time, my new life, yeah. I don't even know what to do right now, yeah. I'ma figure out what to do with all my time, my new life, yeah. I don't wanna try again. I don't wanna try again. All we had were those memories, time to make some new ones. Sun is up, I'm wide awake, we're not getting younger. If you still love me, then please just let me go. I won't stay with you, I need to live my own life. Yeah, even if you doubt me now, you should know I don't care about the things you say. Yeah, I don't even know what I want no more, yeah. I'ma figure out what to do with all my time, my new life, yeah. I don't even know what to do right now, yeah. I'ma figure out what to do with all my time, my new life, yeah. I don't wanna try again. 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 Don't wanna do this again. You must have felt this coming. Can we just leave it right here, never to touch it again? Yeah, even if you doubt me now, you should know I don't care about the things you say. I don't even know what I want no more, yeah. I'ma figure out what to do with all my time, my new life, yeah. I don't even know what to do right now, yeah. I'ma figure out what to do with all my time, my new life, yeah. I don't wanna try again. I don't wanna try again. I don't wanna try again. I don't wanna try again.
About to leave, already packing. Come with me, I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know. distractions. We'll get away. This is what we waited for. Take my hand, we'll make it somehow. We can't miss out. I'm done living life with the lights out. Die with my own doubts. Be free with me. Let's go, let's be free with me. Be free. Not looking back, eyes on the freeway, Bonnie and Clyde, a classic cliche. We're on the run, this is what we waited for. Take my hand, we'll make it somehow. We can't miss out. I'm done living life with the lights out. Die with my own doubts. Be free.
I feel so free from all of this clutter. These are the original boxes that my special keepsake ornaments came in, and they're mostly all from my godmother. She bought me one like ever since I was born up to the age of, I think she went all the way to 21. But I have them all, but I would always like wrap each one back into their box, and then I had this special box that I would store it in because I just didn't want them to break. But you know what, guys, this is unnecessary and it saves me so much space. So what I decided to do this year is just wrap them all in the bubble wrap and stick them in this little bin here. And I'm just throwing all the ornaments in one bin. I'm just making sure that if they're glass, they're protected. So I saved a couple of these drink carriers from like fast food places because the ornaments like stick, the glass ornaments stick pretty nice in there. So that's what I did this year. And some of these though, I did have to put back in the box because I don't know, they just seem too fragile to leave in the bubble wrap alone. So I did use a couple of the boxes, and even like for this one, I just decided to put it back in the box and I can just throw it in the bin. So look at, and there's just so much more space in here. So yeah, I don't know if you guys are keeping your boxes to your ornaments, but I'm telling you, it's just so freeing to put them in a little bin and wrap them in bubble wrap. So yeah, I feel good about that.
In a safe place, I got room to breathe. Been a long chase, but at last I'm free. These open woods, I knew I could find peace here. Nothing like the city where I got tired of the running, the catching up. I got hungry for the stunning high mountain tops. So I made some plans, some dreams to catch.
When your life's been put on hold for far too long, when the sorrow and despair is growing strong, there is always something good to be obtained from breaking loose and leave the things that kept you chained. So when you find the strength to really shed your skin, all you really need to do is search within. When the road is long and hard and without end, and you feel like nothing's waiting around the bend, all good things will always come to those who wait. If you hold on to your pride and stand up straight, so there is comfort to be found in living thin. All you really need to do is search within. There's one way to walk this earth if you plan to come out alive. One step at a time with your head held high. So when you find